Good news, everyone. Well, I mean everyone. I mean perhaps Riku. Hello. Playing with my Sega. It's time to master. Time to celebrate than that. Better way to celebrate than drink and drive. But there's a new thing if you... Hold on a minute. Take a look down here. You can see... What's this black thing here? This Magicker. Well, it's of course PlayStation 3, nonetheless. And with PlayStation comes obviously Gran Turismo 5. So I just bought this from the flea market with 10 of my own euros. It was a hugely expensive investment from my part. Let's turn it on and see what happens. I've already tested that my steering wheel works. Sorry, that adjusting of the brightness is annoying. The steering wheel works, and the game actually works, and I upgraded it and whatnot. There we go. Sorry, there was product placement for you. Sorry, I'm gonna edit that out. There we go. Goes in. Get in. I thought I kick things off with this delicious French cider made from fermented apple juice. Now there it's starting. Fermented apple juice, so it's healthy for you, so it is very kind to your stomach and you're very delicious. Strong recommendation. Any of you who like French ciders. And why wouldn't you? Now, as I said, I did test this game, so it works. And what I wanted to do is drive once again, as I did with the Xbox while back, and with the Forza Motorsport, which is the driving game in that. What I thought I'd do is drive this Nürburgring Nordschleife as I did back then, with the same sort of cars that I did back then. So it's time trial, but then I hit a little speed hump here because there is no Nürburgring Nordschleife in this game. What is that all about? I mean, Jesus, that is the most important track ever. Put it in your driving game, please. That got me so foul mood when I tested it. Thought this is not going to work at all. And it is just utterly idiotic. Please always include that track into your driving games. It is that important. It's long, it's fun, it's fast, it's all the right things. Utterly annoying. But anyway, let's push on. Now I know that there is a possibility in this game that you can create your own track. So you could replicate the Nürburgring Nordschleife as well. But since I don't have got the nerves for that, let's just try something else out. But the other point that I would like to make is this: when I tried it on, let's take a time trial again, and it's snow and dirt. I thought this is going to be fun, because let's take, for example, this dirt track here, just that first one there, and then let's take some rear wheel drive. Doesn't have to be fast, has to be actually quite slow, but it has to be, there is no rear wheel drive, slow, small car here. Anyway, let's take, for example, this Lancia Delta. It's four-wheel drive, but anyway, Monza Red. And then, manual transmission. I thought I'll change the tires into a normal tires, but it doesn't let you do that. Why? Why can't you change the tires to normal road tires? You know that your average road tires, less grip, more fun, as I would say many times over. No, it doesn't let you do that. Then, but when I upgraded it and then I logged into the garage thing, I got the Toyota GT, what you call it, this one, 86, and I thought, now I can go around that stupid limitations because I don't have got the tires for. But here you see there's a huge red line over that car. You cannot drive that car in the dirt track because you don't have the dirt tires on. This is just so, you cannot comprehend how irritating that is to me. Let us players do the stupid decisions in your games, please. This is just frustrating. Stupid. But anyway, I thought still let's just soldier on. Take something else entirely. Let's make it interesting and challenging. So I've got this back of cock, which is beer. There's 12 cans of, well, it's not lager, it's Pilsner or something. Anyway, it's cock. But so I'm gonna take a single race, perhaps immediate level, and some track that I sort of familiar with, which I know a little bit, so I'm not completely a rookie here. And Laguna Seca I do know a bit from previous games, so perhaps that is one candidate. No, city, road. I don't want to actually race the city tracks because there are no runoff areas, so I'm just gonna crash into. Except that Monaco is actually quite a fun track. I tried it a while back, but there is no Nürburgring, no here as well. But anyway, I think it's the Laguna Seca. I don't like the track very much, but it's the only one I know. Should I even take this? Because another annoying thing, once again, with this arcade, you take a sort of ordinary car here, in which you want to drive. Let's see. That is actually quite fun, but let's take something a bit more sprightly. Perhaps Golf GTI would be preferable. There you go. And then, well, let's think of that. It gives you an opportunity to take front tires, rear tires. I want to drive this car as it came out from the factory. I don't want to change anything. Perhaps if it came out from the factory with those tires on, then perhaps. But anyway, let's take this actually. Right, I have 12 can of well, it's not lager, it's cock. 12 pack of cock I'm gonna take 12 laps, and on each lap, before I can begin the next lap, I have to drink one Coke. I'm gonna leave tires on because I wanna hope that that is the factory setting. So traction control off, skid recovery off, active steering off. ABS is actually because these modern cars have got the ABS and you cannot turn them off unless you plug the fuse off. Tire and fuel depletion, yes. Grip reduction on wet track edge, real, of course. What? Why is that an option? It should be real, always. Real. Everything real. Ah. And mechanical damage. Light, heavy. There's no real. It's supposed to be a simulator. I've heard. I've actually read somewhere. Where is the game? Anyway. It says multiple times this is a simulator. This is not a simulator. Shut off. Perhaps the first lap will be this cider. So we can start the race actually. I'm just gonna fill this up. And as ever, there shall be a punishment for misbehavior. Score shot. That doesn't mean score like score with a lady or a man. So it's actually gaming purposes, huh? So when you make a kill, you take a shot. And this, this is actually awful. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it here. And anytime I do something stupid, I choke a lap, drive off the track, wreck the car, lose the race or something like that, I'm gonna take a sip of that. Now the first lap shall be a long one because I have to drink all of this. Now I do want to point out that I will pause it in the last straight just before I cross the finish line, so I can finish the drink, so I don't have to drink so quickly, because that is just gonna end up me hurling in the bucket within a few hours or so. But let's test this. Sorry. This is actually exciting. Tingly. So it's fun. No, change camera. This is wrong camera. What the where does it change camera? That is too far away. No! No! This doesn't count. I don't have to take the punishment. Yes, there it is. There. I don't know what I pressed, but oh. Now we go. Yes. Yes, this is correct. Now I obviously took. Too fast. Took every single display thing off. Oh, this is actually futile. What I'm doing? I'm trying to talk to you, I suppose. Every single. Well, now I'm last. I suppose there's no one in the rear view mirror to. Oh. This is actually. Let's just try to get the grips with the car, because I haven't driven this car ever on this game. Actually, I have driven this game, but only with the Fiat 600, I suppose it was. Let's learn the sounds of the engine and the behavior of the car. It's actually, I suppose. Let's make some places here in this corkscrew. Well, one places. A couple places more. There we go. In and out. Faster. In on the braking. And there. Actually demolition derby now. What an actual riot. I think I don't. There. We can pause it there. Whilst I drink. Exciting lap. So the reason I took everything off the screen there, because you cannot see your lap times there or the layout of the map, track or your place on a racing race or stuff like that. No! Ah! Jesus Christ. Now it's actually quite more intense because I put it narrow. Standard is fine with me. I'm gonna choke this one again. Well, because it's such a large bottle. It's actually 1 liter, whereas 1 can of Coke is only third of that. I thought perhaps I can take second lap with this bottle as well. What do you think? Like, comment, subscribe. No, you won't. But anyway, I'm gonna sip a little bit here. Put it rest there and complete another lap. I shall be very drunk tonight. It's already beginning. And I shall be in deep trouble once I hit that button there, because the car is going sideways. The speedometer, it says 100 kilometers per hour. That's 60 miles per hour. If you live in third world countries, where you still use those silly things. Now, let's hope that I can get the grips of this vehicle. Floor it. And now it's broken, I suppose. That was the other driver's fault. He rammed into me. Little bit there. It's an absolutely wrong line. I have got to remember those first couple of corners because they are quite bad ones, but I made position. There's a Lancia Delta again in the crawler. I shall have it inside here. Too fast! But I think it will do it. Yes! And then up the hill. And inside. Brake a little bit. Brake. What are you doing? Drive! And in the corkscrew, I overtook them easily. Don't brake until you see the curve. And there is another one of those Volkswagen. Outside, yes. It apexes perfectly each time. Oh, sorry. So excited that There's the handbrake. Ah! That was actually quite a bit enormous joke. There's no denying it. that was misbehavior, bad driving, and already. Cheerio, bottoms up. What should I do? No, first you think it's okay, then it isn't, then sort of is, then it isn't. Oh, I'm driving way, way, way too fast. So let's next laps. Let's just try to keep up with that one. Not to overtake, not to drive too vigorously, brake into the corners, etc. So see you after that class. Now I do want to take this opportunity whilst I drink this last sips of this cider here. It's quite a turmoil here in our world right now, because just last week, couple of days back actually, Russia invaded Ukraine. And it has been on the minds of every single living thing here on this planet, I suppose. Well, not every single living thing, but every people here in Europe, and as well as in Russia. I know you guys don't want to fight no more than we do, and it's just, I'm sorry about your leader. And the military does fight. Just drop your guns. Stop obeying the stupid leaders. But it's not that simple, obviously. If you choose not to follow the leaders in Russia, I suppose you will get shot at. Because if the majority of the people follow the leader, then they will just shoot you or send you to Siberia to see it, how hard it is to mine Siberian salt while wearing a hat made from your wife's head. Infant words of Doctor of Speed and Power, Mr. Jeremy Clarkson there. Now the rest of the Europe and America and all the Western countries and whatnot, we do frown upon this act of cruelty from the Russian part, and that's pretty much all that we do. We just frown upon it. I mean, we could participate, we could join forces with the Ukrainians, we could fight alongside them, but I suppose we just don't have what it takes. And we threaten the Russian with every sort of economical restraints and whatnot, but we continue to buy products and goods made by Russia, and it's actually the same story with China. We know that there is many things wrong on a human conditions, living conditions in China, and there's quite a lot of oppression, and we frown upon that. And we buy consumer goods that they make because they make them cheap. We all buy consumer products. There's a couple of examples here. But anyway, Ukraine, you have my best wishes. Sucks to be you. Yes, we Finns know that in our history we had some similar issues, not as severe because Russia only wanted a small portion of our lands, which they took. And there has been some warnings here in Finland as well, that next they come here, but I still don't think we have got much that Russians want. Too far up north, too small, too little natural resources. Perhaps we should go, all of us, and fight the evil power. I always thought that evil powers on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean, but what do you know? This is just utter drivel now. Let's end it out. Now I think I have made a mistake taking this cock beer because it says here that there is 5 points of malt, there's 6 points of hops, and there is only 3 points of sweetness and 5 points of bitterness. I loathe bitter things. They are just evil, and you loathe it as well. I don't say otherwise. I don't know why you people claim to enjoy things which are bitter and bad, because they aren't good. By definition, if they are bad, they are not good. I think it's some form of conspiracy against me, but I don't know what your angle is yet, but I will find out. But anyway, then I don't like the taste of malt, and I don't like the taste of hops. But I like parking meters. 10 points for you if you know where that's from. It's gonna be a short episode here, but perhaps. Oh! Yes, it is bad. So open next one's over the sink. The sink. 10 points if you know where that's from as well. That's more popular, I suppose, than the first one. It was a sound effect. A shink, a shink. Okay, the first 2 laps were the large bottle. You won't be able to see my lap counter now because there's simply enough room in here. This lap number 3, I haven't got the way of telling which lap it is because you wouldn't have way of telling it in the real world as well, so nah. We're gonna make do. Now let's take it gingerly. I don't wanna take another sip. I can go off in a couple of corners, but overall. If I floor, it means it goes already, so yes. Oh yes, this is this kind of corner. Yes, now I'm. That doesn't count. No punishment from that. Yes. Yes. There's the changing point. On that sort of pitch, you need to learn how to change with your ears, not by looking at the rev counter, because that just distracts you from the driving process. And I'm gaining! Overtaking! Absolutely wrong line through that corner, because if I remember correctly, that last corner there is quite fast one. Let's see if I can remember the corkscrew correctly. No, I can't. Just a little bit slower. Lift off. Then full acceleration. A little bit of braking there. And beautifully done. I'm not sure if I'm first. This one was tight corner. Use the front wheels to steer as well, because if you apply the power, then it will sort itself out. And there we go. There's the pause. I'm sorry, I choked that because I crossed the finishing line before I drank this. But That's a small thing. Otherwise, that was pretty good lab. I shall get back to you once I've drinking that. If I don't suddenly if I don't suddenly remember something important that I want to share with you, then I shall get back to you soon. Let's keep a positive mind and peace in our hearts. Now maybe it's the beer talking, but sorry, that was the beer talking. Anyway, I thought of much things to say now when I have drinking a few of them. But anyway, a few months ago I ordered these noise cancellation things. The first thing that I have bought brand new since I don't even know when, other than underpants obviously, because those I buy new. Anything else, it's just from the flea market and from the internet and whatnot. Anyway, since I bought this, the company has been sending me an email to rate these noise cancellation earphones, and they cost 170 euros a pop. These Finnish brand, made in China. Once again, the electronics come from China, I suppose. They are put together here in Finland, if I'm not mistaken, I suppose. But anyway, the ratings, I rate them 5-star because for 170 euros, the sound quality is actually pretty bang on. The frequency rate is pretty level. You don't if you want to enhance your bass to get a sort of low end rubble, then these are not for you. But you can do that in your phone or computer settings when you listen to your music. You can add equalizer there, so it's pretty good on that front, and it separates the frequencies quite well. Not as well, I suppose, I would hope, but once again, you consider the price. It is bang on. Strong recommendation here as well as those ciders. So there you go, welcome. Don't send me another email. I rated you on the internet as well, but there's another rating for you. Bloody good headphones for the price. And furthermore, if I paid 250 euros of this or 300 euros of these, I'd still be happy. Quality work. But anyway, let's get back to business at hand. I put them there where I can break them when I'm drunk. So I forgot that I should have done this over the sink. Next one. A little bit more. That cone was mine. Oh, way too early. There in, and there another in, and then floor it. I missed the other apex quite badly. That was way too slow now. I'm better safe than sorry, as long as I don't have to drink that. Missed the apex horribly there. So click on. Remember always to break more than you should. Perhaps it was that sort of cutting that was needed in that corner. Perhaps it went well. here as well. Quite nicely done. Here as well. That was beautiful slide. Missed the apex and on the bloody. That I'm afraid. What's that? Last corner. Bloody choked it. That was lap number. Wait a minute. A bucket, monsieur. Why didn't you take the fucking bucket before you drink this? Jesus. I'm an old man. Tired, bitter old man. You keep on doing irritating stuff to yourself. Why? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that fourth lap? So there's 8 more to go. And I have no way of telling how much fuel I've got or what condition my tires are on. There's a fuel meter there, I suppose, which tells me something or other. Or is it that one? I have to check when I return into the game. Perhaps when I think it's about 7 or 8 laps, then I should go to the pits. But let's worry that later, shall we? I shall get back to you. Shall I begin? There's another reference for you. Crisp pop culture reference. Come on, fit. Fit, damn you. There you go. This is rather slow now to drink this coke because of the yeast and hops. Not the yeast. Barley, malt. But lo, the old reliable is back. I suppose it will be filled soon enough with warm brownie lumpen substance. Oh, alrighty then. Next lap. Don't joke. You don't want to take punishment. Delicious. If you can believe that. I'm going 140 kilometers per hour. And continue. Perhaps one thing, you don't feel the speed in this game at all. They're a little bit of out and they're in. That isn't joked enough for punishment. Perhaps breaking too much would be punishable. No, don't. No, it isn't. A good driver gets you there, no matter what. No matter if it takes a little bit longer than expected, but it gets you there. That's the definition of a good driver too slowly. You can drive that, I suppose, in full tilt. Just cut it perfectly. That is a brilliant set of corners, that corkscrew. I didn't like it in a Forza Motorsport at all, but in this sort of, and this is, although I must say I haven't played that Forza Motorsport. That, oops, that's some, gotta be some damage now there. Hopefully not too much though. Uh, oh, that's fuel. Perhaps that's the fuel. That was pretty full yet, and I suppose it should because it's a couple laps in. Perhaps it would be nice actually to have there on the podium to stand a small guy with a plaque said that car is in front of you, that and that. Sorry, many seconds or behind you, and you are on a lap, blah blah blah. And oh yes, you should have radio messages, audio in this game. You should come to the pits next lap. You should come to the pits after 3 laps or something like that. Little information bits here and there. That's realism. That's what I want. Until next beer, my friends. I don't remember if I mentioned already, but I just read some post on the internet that the Russia has said that whether the Finns or Swedes now take to apply the membership of the NATO, there shall be consequences. I don't know if the word defense has got any ring to anyone's ears in Kremlin, but that's what NATO is. It's a defense alliance. Why would you think people next door to you have a need to defend themselves against someone? Who might that someone be? Take as long as you want. Good luck you are so close, so I can just let my belly hang out. That is annoying. I've got some rough months here. And I haven't been able to move, exercise, go to the nature or enjoy myself quite some time, so it shows in here. And once again, only way I can enjoy myself is through alcohol and through cheap alcohol, which is mostly lager, which fills your gut. But that's cock. So bad that I decided to take this in between the sips. This is Laitilan brandy long drink. And take a close look at the ingredients. You can see there water, sugar, alcohol. The way God intended them to be enjoyed. Cock is bitter, bad. This is sweet and good. There we go. 140 kilometers per hour down the straight. They're in, and they're more in, and and then full throttle, perhaps a bit too slowly through that because I missed the apex. And once again, it seems that I don't remember this track as well as I thought. But, well, I haven't driven around it in this game with this car, so bear with me. That was actually quite tacky done. Quite a lot of understeer or oversteer. Well, anyway, sort of steer up. Well, that's. God damn it. That is actually. It's funny, you can actually feel the sort of elevation differences in that corner, in that corks. Messy. You can feel the elevation differences in that corkscrew and the corner after that. That is realistic. That is bang on. Damn. But I did miss a couple of corners quite badly. So punishment is in order. It's gonna be the death of me. I'm gonna take the escape route out here. The old reliable is there. Sorry, it's a COVID. This will kill it. Tastes like fucking glue. 6 o'clock p.m. I'm utterly wasted. And more to get to. Well, see you after this. And once again, getting back to the situation in Russia and whatnot. When I said, is there no word for defense in the vocabulary of Russia? Well, perhaps there isn't, because running away is not a defense. That's what Russians did when the Germans came last time. Relax, would you? You are a proud nation, you are a proud country, you have a proud history, beautiful, utterly beautiful landscapes, diverse nature, largest country on earth. That's bloody enough. That's no. Some of your leaders still think have to have. But I hope that real Russia will wake soon and get rid of this riffraff that is controlling it right now, because that is just not nice. That is just not how the way things are done. Well, crap, that's all the good stuff now out. Now it's all cock. I haven't seen any other cars or drivers. Since I last remember, I overtook someone. No one overtook me. So that might indicate that I am in the lead. Let's just keep it smooth and snug. Nice. Shall we? Ah, wrong pedal. What? Okay. I cannot be accused of that because that was just. I can't be accused of that. So perhaps. Now I have to take the lead again. Well, I am in the lead, but. I still haven't got the clue on which gear, which corner is took, or how fast. I just sort of randomly push the brakes and switch the gears. That can't be taken for guilt. I just decided so. There you go. These corners, I mean, this one and just a little bit too late in. The lap was already ruined. What is going on? I should perhaps retire into the pits. That was utterly choked. There's no excuse. I blamed the car. Something came through. We make the decisions. The decisions. Capitalism. I say don't buy at all. One of the problems that I have encountered on these sort of turmoil days that we have got now is that there are people complaining constantly about the cost of the energy and the fuel. The energy and personalized transport and all that sort of things should not ever be considered as basic primary need because it is a privilege. It is a privilege for, dare I say, very few. And it should be treated as such. And about the car, about the personal rights, about the personalized transport, the wait a minute, I shall get it. Whatever you need to do. But I don't know if this is the lap to go. I will go anyways. There's it. We change. Corrections on my steering wheel are starting to look like that I am a bit of drunk. outside of the venue. What was that? This was the full log, perhaps? No, it wasn't. Well, that was pretty still. Okay, perhaps. That wasn't. No, that's just unacceptable, actually. That was unacceptable. Plus, I didn't know whether it was a. I suppose I took lap too early. I'm looking for some. I'm sorry. Yes, I know. The punishment is still there. No, it's not gonna work now, is it? See you soon. Perhaps. Yes, once again, I don't think I have done the full half pint of cock. But anyway, I decided to continue anyway. Throttle. I was once again a little bit of tilted. That was some damage to the engine, I suppose. That was not enough to take me a punishment. I'm actually so drunk that I cannot remember what's next. It's fairly bad corner. No, it's not. Fairly easy corner. Ah! This is a fairly bad corner. And I missed the apex quite badly. Wasn't even a fairly bad corner, I suppose. No, this is not a fairly bad corner. Quite an easy corner, but this dashboard is actually very realistic. I love it. And you cannot see the revs anywhere else than that. And your speedometer and button just in that, and your steering wheel, and except the temperature gauge doesn't spring much. Because it's not 90 right now as it should, so it doesn't spring much hope to that fuel gauge. So I haven't got the faintest idea how much petrol I have got, which lap that I'm in. I choked one corner. I'm not going to take a punishment because it's just so damn good. I'm just gonna drink this disgusting beverage. It's cheap. disconnects your vital brain functions from doing their jobs, which are mostly to irritate you. Anyway, I mean, actually, talking about the brain, that is quite astonishing thing to think that in evolutionary evolutionary terms, there have come the threshold that you have actually got advantage of keeping a large brain because it will use more energy from your body. Given enough time in 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 a sort of insulated edited out. And actually, this multi-celestial being from other galaxies and whatnot, millions and billions of tiny little, uh, whether in every single knownable universe, is always in here. But that's where we come in. Oh, I bet us all wrong. No, I missed the second apex, but I will continue. I have to try. Very. Now, there is the. Yes. No. Yes. Perhaps. Perhaps. that that actually can be done in full tilt, but this one gear down, perhaps. Yes. No, it's just utterly unuseless because unuseless. That was actually brilliant song made by brilliant band that you have never heard of, I suppose. You should be heard of because it's Boneless Dolls. And it is utterly brilliant band. And there we go. That doesn't demand, I suppose. I mean, there was some grass and some gravel, but anyway, the band Boneless Dolls. Keep that in mind. It shall not come near to you because it has been ruined for tens of years or whatnot. But there's traces of it in the internet. More to the point, listen to my music because it's much better. I just played guitar in a Boneless Dolls. Where's the beer? Let's just now. What's the score? this is better. Good sort of one more lap. Come on. There we go in. Then out a little bit and then more in. And once again. Too fast. Way too slow. Way too slow once again. On apex, so it doesn't count. No, that was way off the apex and wrong cue. That was sort of a count. And more speed. You should keep on outer line there. Well, then hit the apex and accelerated down, yes. Well, that last corner I shall accept. Then I shall drive as long as there is to drive. And then I shall try something funnier. Ah, I just I just cutting every corner. It's the American way. Just no, too late. There's quite late entrance in the previous corner. There we go. And then brake. Because this is a very tight corner. The last one. And I haven't got the faintest idea what those instruments mean. I said, finish! Finish! Jesus Christ! What happened? That annoyance is behind us. We can perhaps start the tried a bit fun